I'll never forget the first time I came to Binyamin. I had this feeling of parallel times meeting, past, present, and future. Wow! I quickly realized I'd come to a place I could call home. I connected with the soil, the people, and the landscapes. We soon realized that here, deep in the ground, is a story that needs to be told. And in telling that story, we could open a place in people's hearts. We opened our home to thousands of people from all over the world, and together, everyone became part of this story. A story that starts deep in this land, in the soil, in the roots, in a place where our forefathers walked or ran. As time went by, we connected communities around the world to this special region. We connected the people through the flavors, the aromas, the towns, and through the progress. We share this story with the international community around the world. We will continue to do this with a great sense of mission and love for this land.
Wow. Binyamin. English, right? We saw the place, the people, the biblical land. What made you start all that?
So I'm originally from the San Francisco Bay Area, which is kind of far from Binyamin. Made Aliyah with my parents as a teenager to Herzliya Pituach. And I like to say that we made another Aliyah up to the mountains of Binyamin. We fell in love with the region, and we felt at home. And we started when we told our friends where we're moving to, the reactions we got, all of our friends from Tel Aviv, from Herzliya, why do you want to go live with those settlers up on those hilltops? And we lived in a caravan for 10 years, part of the time with no running water, part of the time with no electricity. And we decided to open our door. And we opened our home to people from Israel and then from all over the world. And we started to open their hearts. Opening the door and inviting them in made such a huge difference. And that's how we started as a family, our Hasbara, our advocacy for Israel and for the region. And today I'm the head of the international desk for the Binyamin Regional Council. And with us here in the audience is the governor of the Binyamin region, Governor Israel Gantz. And I'd like you to applaud him because this is his zchut, his initiative, that we travel 4 times a year and we come here to America. And we invite delegations from all over the world and we explain and we tell our story with passion and with love.
Wow, thank you. And now,
in the morning when I wake and the sun is coming through, oh, you fill my lungs with sweetness and you fill my head with you. Shall I write it in a letter? Shall I try to get it down? Oh, you fill my head with pieces of a song I can't get out. Can I be close to you?
Nathalie Dadon.
Hey, hello. I'm so excited to be here. It's a very big honor for me. As you can see, the first time you can see in the picture, I just fell in love. The first step I put inside, I put in Binyamin. Like every spot over there, every place I've been. Do you remember the tears? I was literally crying. I felt like all the answers I was looking for are there. All the fake, the narratives that people speaking with me about. I got so much answers over there. The promised land where it all begins. And I returned a lot of times, and as what it makes me feel, I promised to myself I'm going to bring a lot of people over there as well. They need to see it in their own eyes.
So you're a pro-Israel activist. We're all looking for a good word for hasbara. Anyone is welcome to try. You've shown us the power of social media. You've shown us what it means to reach out to people with a message that they may not have heard before. And you've shown us how you can influence people's opinions, public opinion, even policies. I think it's correct to say you've paid a price professionally for being so outspoken. What makes you do this?
I think this is an answer we need to ask him. He leads me. I believe as much as I learn more Torah and Jewish, I'm not a religious girl, but as much as I get more connected to my identity, it makes me want to scream the truth more louder and learn and to teach others what I'm learning, but to reach for the truth and tell it to the world, because we are all surrounded with a lot of fake news all the time. Usually I used to know as a fact that if I'm opening the news, what they showed me, it's what I get. This is the truth. But as much as I'm taking more responsibility about the information that I'm getting, and also spreading to my followers, and there's a lot, I have a responsibility for my country. And that's what makes me keep going, and as long as I know the truth is with me, this is my shlichut.
And we applaud you for your courage and your talent. Can you let us in on a little bit of your secret on how you have used social media successfully?
I don't think you're going to like the answer. A lot of bikini. No, I'll be serious. It started with a lot of, what's ruled the world now. It's a lot of reality shows. I have started with Big Brother, and then Survivors, and the Next Top Model, and each show, brings more audience and followers. And lately, I think for 5 years now, I was starting to take when my son went to the kindergarten, and I took him to Gan Dati, the religious kindergarten, I was starting to learn more, and I think the followers were changing to something more, I don't know how to say, like, it changed. It's become more valuable for me than before, than the bikini.
You've gone up against some strong people who have a big presence.
I think I want to add something. When you're authentic on the social, you can't fake it for long. As long as you are more authentic and you bring yourself, and it's a very fake world on the social. People shows you only the good things and the big vacation and all the beauty in life, but we need to know that there is more. We have a responsibility of doing more with these tools.
Thank you. And now,
we knew there was something hidden in this cave. We knew. We felt that a secret was there. After weeks of work, hints started appearing, and I started to realize where I am. We found there something we never expected to find, something that revealed the secret of the cave, and we immediately understood that this is not a coincidence. We understood that wine was always a source for life and joy, and it takes place in the most exciting part of life. And from that day on, it was clear. It's time for history to come back to life. That's why we took the winery one step ahead. I don't know to explain how it happened, but we brought back to life history of 2,000 years.
okay, a show of hands. How many people here have visited the Psagot winery?
Wow.
Okay. Naama, first of all, I want to go dig in that cave for some more finds, please. You have won international awards with your wine. You're about to come out with a new bubbly wine, which we're not allowed to call champagne, made in the traditional method.
I think people want wine over there. That's what I think in this time of the day.
You and your husband Yaakov have managed to have a very successful business model. And again, probably at some cost, because it's in Binyamin. Can you tell us more?
First of all, we had hard days. I think many people know and remember that times. We also lived in caravans. I'm sure in the audience, few people lived in caravans for 10 years or more. And we had tough times, and it required a lot. About 2015, we started all the BDS issues to struggle with. And I think that the main point that I can really emphasize is that when you do something really good, like really, really, really good, in a good way, and you go all the way for it, and you put all the money, and you don't save anything, and you put all the effort, and you don't save anything, and you put your heart in it, it wins. And I think that the success is all of us, I think that it's not only ours. We share it with a lot of people, and it really does the work. Like, people come a lot. The winery is selling a lot of wine. I don't think that somebody on the street here didn't know Psagot today in the parade. It was like I was in tears all day. Like, people know Psagot here, all of them. It's not like that in Israel.
This is because of my post, you know.
We have a lot of work in Israel. That's the main work now that we have to do.
So Naama, what is your biggest challenge today?
I think that what we learned in the last 3 years when we recently opened a visitor center, a new place, and I think that the most important really issue is to bring Tel Aviv, to bring the main, to bring the center of Israel to the settlements.
To connect them together.
To make them really feel that they belong to this area. it's hard work, and we all do that all day. This is what we do. And it's something that you have to do a lot. You have to put your heart. And I come back exhausted every day. And I'm thinking, what did I do? Nothing. I was just talking to people. It's so hard. I don't know how you do it all day, like all these years. And this is the main thing that we have to work on, to bring people, to connect the hearts, and to make them, to break the barrier. It's a huge one.
So we've met here 3 amazing women. I applaud them again in Hebrew and in English. Kol hakavod. Eliana, you and I have worked together for a while now. Thank you, Governor Gantz. And I think we see here the power of women, of creativity, of thinking out of the box, of trying to use your own and personal talents to make a difference. And we have heard breaking down barriers and telling people something they may not have heard before, and bringing them closer to our own ideas. How do you see that in your work?
So I think people love stories, and people love the behind the scenes and thinking out of the box, because they've heard the same thing again and again. And when you come to our region, you taste the wine, you experience. When Natalie came, we went jeeping, and we went picking fruit, and we went to pray, and that really makes a difference.
And I didn't want to go home, you remember?
And she didn't want to go home. And that makes a huge, huge difference, to meet the stories and to meet the people. But I also host many, many delegations, and we do this together with Governor Israel Gantz and you and me. And we meet people that come, especially from abroad, with hatred towards what we represent. And I'm asked many times, why do you waste your time with these groups? They're so left-wing, they have so much hatred. And they spend an entire day in Ramallah and Rawabi, and they give us maybe 45 minutes to an hour. So what can I achieve in that short amount of time? And my goal is to change their exclamation points into question marks. Do they really have the whole story? Do they really know the truth? And if they go home scratching their head, I've done my duty. But they come back again, and many times they're representatives from U.S. Congress. Ruthie has been working in Congress for over 10 years, and she walks the halls there like we walk the Knesset, and she really deserves. And when I came to Congress for the first time, and I was so excited, we walk into the first member of Congress, and I look at him, and he says, "You're from Shiloh." I said, "Yep." So I'm from Eli, but every time that we went to the next office and there was a senator, I said, "Senator, I don't know if you remember me." "Of course, my daughter Hannah, she's waiting to come back to Shiloh." And again, because when people come and experience and pray and feel, they remember it and they take it home with them. And so we have a story to tell, and we have something to feel, and we have something to bring to the table. And when people come and they have the experience, they become our ambassadors. And I really hope that everyone in this room will come and experience again and again, and bring at least a busload of people, so we can have more and more ambassadors. If it's through the wine, if it's through Instagram and social, and everything Natalie's doing, it's really incredible. We were marching today in the most incredible parade ever, with everybody's yelling, "Natalie, Naama, Afsago, and AY," like they're just calling our names and they recognize us, and it was such an incredible feeling. But we're just starting, and we have to continue.
Thank you. And don't think we're letting you off the hook. Everybody here has a job. Natalie, how can you help us understand taking the power of what we have and perhaps using social media to do something more?
I think we need to understand the power of, let's take, for example, the Hadid's family. I know at first people told me, "Come on, leave them alone. No one believes them. She's posting fake. It's nonsense." But at first I was just holding my hand. I was saying, "What do you mean? They have, each one of them has. One of them have 60 millions. The other sisters 50 millions. How much Jewish there is in the world?" Like they're spreading lies all over and again, and I see the hatred just spread out, and every post they posting, it's affecting us. And I know I'm just a little בורג קטן במערכת. And I'm trying to do my best.
Little cog in the wheel.
I took a group of volunteers that helps each other. And every time we are fighting, like the Muhammad Hadid profile, we managed to crush him a few times. And for us, it's a really break. It's like, it's huge. But as long as you realize, each one of you in the room, that even if you have 20 followers, even if you have, I don't know, you think you don't have the power, each one on social, this is the news today, because it's not only opening the TV. This is about following me, following Go Binyamin, and showing Israel, the good sides of Israel, the tourism, the best side of Israel. And helping us, the power that I'm getting is from my followers to keep continuing doing what I'm doing. And each one of you counts. First of all, follow Binyamin. Follow me on Instagram. And if you love the contest, you see that I'm taking the fake news and doing it right, you have the power to help me. And we are all together in it.
So we are going to take out our cell phones.
So now do selfie and tag me. Thank you.
Oh, we forgot our cell phone.
No, is that Haron doing the photo?
Here, no, AY, come up here. We're going to do a selfie. Come on.
Everyone take out your phones.
Let's do a big one.
And wherever you are, at whatever table you are, let's all take all the selfies at once.
Get up. Let's do a selfie with.
Yeah. This is ours. Let's see yours.
This is our cowboy from Binyamin.
The cowboy.
And everyone say, Go Binyamin.
Go Binyamin.
Oh, I'm not in there.
Now do the opposite.
Are you selfieing, everyone?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this special panel with Binyamin.